In 2020, Netflix released a one-of-a-kind dating reality series that had millions of users from all over the world glued to their screens, watching the experiment on which the show was premised play out. Within weeks of its premiere, Love is Blind shot to the streaming platform's #1 trending programs, attracting 1.5 million viewers for its initial episodes and maintaining the high viewership to attract 2.5 million viewers for its reunion episode. Since Netflix doesn't offer a comment section, the show's viewers took to other social media networks to discuss their thoughts on whether or not Love is Blind. The different views that the discussion attracted lead to the question, is Love Blind too good to be true? Stay with us to find out what psychology and biology say about the show. Love is Blind has a unique format. 15 men and 15 women are selected and isolated from the rest of the world, kept in a secret location with all the amenities except their phones, computers, and any other devices that they could use to communicate with any other people besides each other or use to learn anything about each other. The men and the women stay in the same chambers separate from the other genders. They only interact through pods that allow them to speak to and hear each other, but not see each other. Every couple gets a few minutes in a pod before switching to speak to another person. Once two people get to know each other and believe they are falling or have fallen in love with each other, they become engaged and are only then allowed to see each other for the first time. The engaged couple then proceeds to a resort for a few days before going home to meet each other's families and friends and plan their wedding. The second most important day in the show, second to the day a couple says its first words to each other, is the wedding day. The show's producers ensure that the participants understand the weight that their choice at the altar carries for their future. And with this understanding in mind, couples are asked to decide whether love is blind at the prompting of their wedding officiant in front of their families, friends, and guests in the full glare of the cameras. Nick Lachey hosts the reality series alongside his wife Vanessa. At the start of each season, Nick repeats the same phrase about a belief held by psychologists that the key to longevity and success in marriage is a strong emotional connection, not physical attraction. While many discredit the statement as an attempt at sensationalism to get the show's audience to believe in the premise of Love is Blind, his claims are backed by science. In 2013, the American Journal of Sociology published a study evaluating the relationship between communication and connection among 900 couples in heterosexual relationships. The couples featured in the study were part of a speed dating program, and the study found that it took a couple an average of 4 minutes to establish a strong and meaningful relationship. Furthermore, communication was a more significant indicator of a couple's level of connection compared to their physical appearance. The study's findings provide a physiological foundation for the approach that Love is Blind employs to help participants find love. The environment the show creates for participants speeds up the process of falling in love. This phenomenon is founded in biology. Falling in love and experiencing new things both activate the same part of the brain that release dopamine. Attempting to find love in a novel environment under the watch of the entire world floods the brain with twice the dopamine, triggering the brain to fall in love faster. Biology may confirm that Love is Blind contestants are kept in an environment that makes them fall in love faster, but this raises crucial questions. Could the dopamine rush be misleading the show's participants into believing that they are truly in love? We think not. The following couples prove that the participants felt genuinely in love, and the dopamine rush just escalated the process of falling in love. It's impossible to talk about the successful couples from Love is Blind without mentioning Cameron Hamilton and Lauren Speed Hamilton, who participated in the pilot season of the show. They met for the first time in 2018 in the pods after struggling to find love. Lauren chose to participate in the show to find a partner who wasn't attracted to her for her looks, while Cameron wanted to find true love after picking the wrong people by focusing on their looks rather than personalities. Since Lauren and Cameron are both introverts, the pods allowed them to get to know each other without the inhibitions and pressure of dating in the real world. After 5 dates in the pods, Lauren and Cameron were ready to spend the rest of their lives together. When the two became engaged, well-wishing fans wished them prosperity, while skeptics followed keenly, looking for any indication that their relationship was either staged or superficial. The couple proved them wrong by maintaining the strong emotional connection they had built in the pods, long after leaving the facility. They met and established relationships with each other's families and friends and talked about their future. When Lauren walked down the aisle towards an emotional Cameron 40 days after their first conversation in the pods, there was no doubt in the minds of everyone watching that they would say, "I do." Today, 5 years later, Lauren and Cameron are still going on strongly. While they appear to be as much in love as they were at the beginning of their relationship, they don't approach love and marriage with rose-colored glasses. They are open about the hard work and sacrifices it takes to build and maintain a happy and fulfilling marriage. The couple is planning to expand its family soon and is actively trying for a baby. Lauren and Cameron may be the couple that has made most skeptics believe that love is blind, but the show has produced several other happy couples. Amber and Barnett immediately come to mind. Unlike Lauren and Cameron, who instantly knew they were meant to be, Amber Pike and Matt Barnett traveled a longer route to find each other. Matt was getting to know more than one woman and was torn between Amber and Jessica. When they eventually got together, their different approaches to financial management threatened to split them up. Fortunately, they worked through their differences, said "I do" at the altar, and have been married for 5 years. The second and third season of Love is Blind brought new participants for viewers to love and get behind, or suspect. Several couples stood out, reminding fans of the great love story between Lauren and Cameron. Unfortunately, only one of the 3 couples has stayed together until now. Alexa Elfia and Brennan Lemieux are the picture of devotion and shared values, although ironically, they come from different religious and cultural backgrounds. They demonstrate a rare and soft connection, never raised their voices to each other, and offered mature advice to the other couples who became engaged in the show's second season. They joined the successful couples who came before them in confirming that love is blind by saying "I do" 40 days after their first meeting, and have remained devoted to each other in the 2 years since they filmed the season. Clearly, Love is Blind has produced couples who have defied all odds and silenced critics by falling in love with their partner's personality and values, forging a strong emotional connection, and putting in the effort to stay together and make their respective marriages work. Although their start of their respective relationships was unconventional, the couples then go through the stages of a regular relationship, such as meeting each other's friends and family, planning a wedding, discussing their living arrangements, finances, and children, and living together. Their success alone is proof that the show is not too good to be true. However, the show has produced several failed relationships that disintegrated before the couples made it back from the resort, and even at the altar, when one potential partner said, "I don't," or ended in divorce after the marriage. The high number of failed relationships and broken marriages would prove that the show is too good to be true if they didn't reflect a similar state of marriage and relationships in the real world. In the United States, where the show is set and where participants are drawn from, an estimated 41% of first-time married couples end up divorcing. Therefore, the few failed relationships alongside the successful ones prove that Love is Blind is not too good to be true. Ultimately, as in all relationships, only time will tell how long Lauren and Cameron, Amber and Matt, Brennan and Alexa, and the couples who said "I do" in the recently concluded Season 4 actually stay married. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.